How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm out here at Summoners Fest, and it's been an absolute blast. So I got a bunch of informative videos coming, talking about what they've announced, what they've shown, and all that kind of stuff. So, and just my experience. So be on the lookout for those. But I wanted to share this. This is Imperiosa's full form design, abilities, everything here in the contest. It was in all of the. She was on all of the builds for. Like the beat the boss and the Coliseum new gameplay. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, we're just going to take a look at her and see what her full abilities are. Yes, I did ask if I could record this first, so I didn't get in trouble. And the person there said yes. So I have this for you. So starting off, she looks crazy in game, but her awakened ability is called the Ascendant Empress. Synthetic passives can trigger as an attacker, but at 30% potency and not from Nullify, Stagger, or Fate Seal. When Imperiosa would be auto-blocked, they trigger Synthetic Trap directly under the opponent for 3 seconds, as well as each synthetic passive. So we'll keep that in mind going forward. So starting off, we have Cosmic Idol Physiology, always active. So Imperiosa is a Cosmic Idol and thus has a fractured power bar and is immune to bleed, disintegrate, and power drain effects. So I believe this is the first fully immune from disintegrate champion, which is crazy. Imperiosa begins each fight with 75% of a max power. Their combat power rate cannot be reduced. While neither champion has 3 bars of power or is using a special attack or striker, Imperiosa is passively special locked and loses 2% of her max power per second. This falls and rises up to 2% the more Imperiosa does or does not hit the opponent or their block. Neither champion lands or blocks an intercept or something ending or heavy attack. Gain immunity to special lock from something. My finger for some reason is blocking this. Great, thank you. Immunity to special lock for 4 seconds. Okay, I got it. Synthetic buffs. When Imperiosa loses power, if it causes him to go to or below a certain threshold, they gain a corresponding non-stacking buff. 2 bars of power gain an 11,000 Fury buff. This was like a rank 4, I think. And then in 1 bar, you gain a 1700 Pierce. At 0 bars of power gain buff, granting 4% of max power per second. While active, power can't increase via non-personal sources. So that synthetic buffs last 16 seconds but are paused while Imperiosa's power is below the triggered threshold. As a defender, when a synthetic buff falls or is removed, is replaced with the identical passive with 80% potency. Then moving on, we have the special attacks. On special 1, on activation, refresh up to 3 damaging debuffs on the opponent. On special 2, place a synthetic trap in front of Imperiosa, lasting 6 seconds. While in trap, the opponent is passively rooted. While rooted this way, the opponent suffers 150% reduced stun ability accuracy and becomes significantly more likely to block. Inflict a corrosion debuff lasting or dealing 30,000 physical damage over X amount of seconds, and this is paused during special attacks. So in conclusion, I think this is another defender, unfortunately, because just from the signature ability, you need the signature ability in order to apply synthetic passives on yourself, but at a 30% potency and not from Nullify, Stagger, or Fate Seal. That just kind of screams like you need the awakened ability for her to be an attacker, right? I mean, that's just kind of crazy that she'd be locked out of that as an attacker unless you have the awakened ability. But, you know, I have no idea. This is very, very early, very, very new information, I guess. I don't really know how to process it without playing her myself, and I haven't had a chance to do that. But moving on to the recording, I was recording someone who's gracious enough to let me record them play, and it looks like there's a lot going on here. He made it to the 10th bar of the Coliseum power bar, so that's not too bad, but I didn't get much. I wasn't able to get much of her gameplay, like animations, unfortunately. I was either too busy or I was actually trying to beat the boss and stuff like that, so I was using other champions. But yeah, that's just our first look with her full abilities. Again, these are all subject to change. I'm sure some of this will be tweaked by the time we get to see her, but I think she's coming next month, so not much time left. So let me know your thoughts down below about her. Is she going to be an attacker, defender? Does she look like something you'd be interested in? Let me know. in the comments. All right, y'all, take care.